My biggest struggle when it comes to living on my own would be, well, I have multiple, procrastination and time management.
Cleaning. How do I keep an apartment clean? I did struggle with laundry for a little bit. I would run out of clothes and then I'd have nothing to wear. So I was like, oh gosh, gotta do laundry. And so I think just making sure that you stay on top of those things.
The biggest struggle was budget, of course, trying to figure out how to budget for food and how to budget for laundry detergent and how to budget for activities that I wanted to go do.
So for me, I was super close with my family and I had gotten really homesick during my first semester here at Oklahoma State.
The biggest struggle I had for living on my own for the first time is definitely being away from my family. I come from a really, really close family, so just getting out and being alone was hard for me to adjust to.
Being away from my family, I think, was the biggest for me. Even though I live very close to my family, just being by myself was just sort of hard to get used to because that had never happened to me before.
I really didn't know what to do, as in I knew I had to take care of myself, I knew how to do my laundry, I knew how to do my dishes, I knew I had to clean up after myself, but I didn't know what to do with my free time.
Trying to find a balance. You don't have anyone watching your every move and you have a lot of freedom and you might not know how to use that freedom at first.
So things like getting out and getting involved and making sure I was eating healthy were now my responsibility instead of my parents'.
The first thing would be figure out your relationship at home and as best you can respect your parents' wishes and try to make a mutual agreement that works for both of you in terms of frequency of communication and then how many times they may expect you to come home depending on how far away you live. So establish some expectations and boundaries.
If you're struggling with homesickness, it's okay to be homesick. That happens with everyone. This is a whole new experience and a whole new transition, and it's hard. It can be hard and it can be challenging. And if you are on the other end of your roommate is maybe experiencing homesickness, I would just take the time to be empathetic and kind of put yourself in their shoes and maybe offer to take them out or get them out of their room because it can be challenging and it can be very hard for them. And I think just having the understanding of it's not always easy for everyone.
When you're first living on your own, it can be really easy to just say, oh, I have so much freedom now. I don't have to do the dishes anymore because I'm not home. I can just sleep all day. And that's amazing. But it's really great if you set a schedule for yourself and schedule in your alone time.
I was very, very busy first semester and kind of let other unimportant things prioritize over, my self-care, such as laundry and cleaning, etc. Things that would get me ready for the week. So I'd say maybe take a day of the week, whether that be a Saturday or a Sunday, and just make sure that all your laundry is caught up and all your chores and all your homework is done for the prior week, just so you can start out fresh on Monday.
Remembering to take a shower, remembering to go grocery shopping, remembering to do your laundry.
Definitely make sleep a priority.
Get a planner, plan out your day, schedule what you need to do that day for classes before you focus on hanging out with friends.
You need to really sit down and think, hey, how long is it going to take me to study for my classes?
Really thinking about figuring out what schedule works best for you. Some people love mornings, so I love mornings, and so I would have morning classes. And then when I had evening classes, I found myself falling asleep every once in a while. And so recognizing my morning person and my evening person, if you're a late night owl, 8 a.m. classes probably aren't the best for you. So think about that first week. Is there an opportunity to switch your schedule up so we can be most effective?
Coming from out of state, I knew literally nobody here. So that was pretty difficult for me, is trying to know what to do in my free time.
So advice I would give to incoming students about living on their own for the first time is definitely get involved. Get involved on your floor, get involved in clubs, organizations, because that is where you're going to meet your OSU family.
Be willing to step out of your comfort zone, meet someone new. Get involved in 3 organizations and truly commit yourself to it. I was outgoing and I wanted to get involved in a ton of different things. Soon realized that impacted my academics and my GPA dropped a little bit. And so getting involved in something that's related to your academics, getting involved in something socially, and maybe even getting involved in something related to like where you're living.
We definitely need to make sure you're taking care of yourself. That can be hard to do, especially now that you don't really have people to keep you in check like you did back at home.
So stay active. Find something that you can do outside or at the Colvin or just around town that keeps you active. That also helps you mentally. It just gives you some kind of release from your hectic college life. And staying active is very important when you're here in college.
Make sure that you're still eating a balanced diet and getting vegetables in your system. I know that it can be hard as a college student and you might feel like you might not have time to eat vegetables, or like ramen is the only thing you really have time for, but really make sure that you're getting the nutrients that you need, whether that be in a smoothie or just a fast little carrot stick. Just make sure that you're getting those nutrients, because college food is different than home-cooked meals.
It's just really exciting and fun, so enjoy, because you never get to do it for the first time again. And I think it's a really important part of being at college is learning independence. So it's okay if you make mistakes. We'll just go from there and keep on learning.
If you start to feel overwhelmed, start asking for help. Don't try to take everything on yourself, and just because you're an adult doesn't mean that you're going to know all the answers, because you're not going to know all the answers.
A lot of the time you're going to have a lot of questions, and it's kind of confusing on where do you go to ask those questions. Do you go to your academic advisor? Do you go to your professor? It kind of just depends on what you're wanting. But the good thing for freshmen is we do have the Office of First Year Success, where myself as a Campus Connection coach can help you find those resources on campus. That is my job. I know all the resources on campus and exactly what will help you in your situation.
I would say that your community mentor is a good person to go to. They're right there on your floor. They're right there in your residence hall.
So when you live on your own, sometimes you are going to be your only advocate. So make sure that once you feel overwhelmed or you start recognizing your panic points, go ahead and make sure that you talk to somebody.
Be respectful. Again, recognize that people are coming from different backgrounds and their experiences are different than yours. Everyone around you, most of the people around you, are also first-year students, and they're all experiencing this together.
Your Campus Connection coach is really a good point person to go to. They are here to make sure that you don't feel alone on campus, and that you know where to go, and that you feel welcome and you're not lonely. And if you are lonely, that we can help you find different things to help you feel better.
Basically anything you have questions about, our office can take care of, and we're glad to do it because we've been there, we've experienced it, and we know how to get through it.